Rob, talk us through your studies. Where are you at with those? What are you doing in your spare time?
Yeah, I'm a bit of the boys get into me, I'm a little bit of a nerd, but doing three master's degrees at the moment. So doing a master's of neuroscience and then a dual MBA and masters of public health through an online uni at Torrens. So yeah, chipping away at that and enjoying it.
Where does that lead you?
Well, I want to do medicine after footy, so I want to be a doctor and study that after footy. But at the moment, I'm just doing those to keep my options open, and I find it's a really good release from footy as well to have that on the side.
Just when you're not in the high pressure situation of AFL footy, just do something a bit more relaxed like medicine, mate.
Well, yeah, it gets you out of the footy bubble and gets you thinking about other things because it can be a bit all-consuming. So it's a good thing to have on the side for sure. And
are you talking GP? You know what field?
Not sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure. That appeals, but not 100% sure. Got a few interests, but have to wait and see.
What's easier, solving the medical problems or solving the problems on field?
Both get pretty complicated at the moment. It's pretty tough at the moment, but yeah, they've both got their issues. So both get me stimulated, so they're good.
Well, talk us through them. You're in the thick of things, out in the middle of the ground. What do you think is hurting you the most? What's the problem?
I think the main thing is just some of our ball movement stuff. Finishing our work, for one, is really frustrating, and then some of our ball movement, that's the area we've been trying to work on the last few weeks, and we just haven't been able to punish teams when we win the ball back, because a lot of our contest work and our defence stuff's been pretty sound. We've been pretty happy with how it's been going. It's just being able to hurt opposition on the way back and yeah, put a big score on the board.
How have you seen your own performances since you were dropped? You had a pretty strong one when you returned on the sample, then your return game against the Cats was phenomenal too. How have you seen it?
Yeah, it's obviously been disappointing to my start of the year and then to be dropped. It's obviously really disappointing. Not how I wanted the year to pan out, but yeah, I've been trying to get back to my best footy the last few weeks. I think, yeah, felt good coming back, and then last couple of weeks it's been building again, so hopefully some really strong footy to finish the year. So that's the plan, and feeling good physically and mentally feeling good, so looking to put my best footy out there.
In hindsight, was it something you needed, do you think?
I think, certainly the last few weeks played better footy, I felt. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a circuit breaker, I think. I was just probably overthinking my footy and lost my mojo a little bit, and was just lost that flow on field, and I think it was able to be a bit of a circuit breaker for me and get back to playing in that better headspace and playing, I guess, more natural footy.
Rob, what about from a team perspective? I know, they've said it's not all about win-loss, etc., but how important is it just to actually get a win, just to, I guess, get some confidence that you're on the right track?
Yeah, we go out to win every week. I hate losing. I've had enough of it after the last couple of years, so certainly trying to win, and it's pretty annoying when you're in games and you're playing good footy and winning the contest and that sort of thing, then to not be able to get the win on the board. And yeah, it's really important for us to get a few wins coming up, and this week will be a really good one. So hopefully we get the win this week and go from there.
Why is the team's execution and kicking, turnovers, all that so poor at the moment?
It's a good question. We're trying to work that out ourselves. Just some of our execution going forward, for whatever reasons, not at the level. A lot of turnovers. I think they kicked 10 goals from turnovers on the weekend against us. And that really exposes our defence as well when we're turning the ball over. So we've got guys that have got the skills to do it, and for whatever reason we're just not executing. So a little bit of that's connection throughout the ground, and we're training a lot of that at the moment. So hopefully we get to see that over the next couple of months and next few weeks in terms of our ball use.
Do you have enough guys on the team that can execute well? Do you need to shift the balance a little bit more towards guys that can hit those kicks more often?
I think we do have a lot of guys that are got those skills that aren't necessarily using them as well as we would like at the moment. We've already got Pistol Parnell's come in. He's been awesome with his ball use. We've had a lot of other guys that are certainly got the skills, just some of our team stuff, so our shape around the ball and then our shape on the ground. So giving ourselves enough options to go forward.
And what about Rory Laird? I know he's being managed a little bit. You're confident he'll be okay this week?
Yeah, I think he's fine. Yeah, I think it was 3 days post-game today, so he's a little bit beat up. He'll be fine come the weekend. He doesn't miss very often, Lairdy.
Rob, do you think when you look at other players you'd like to add to the club going forward, clearly players talk to other players and other clubs around the league. Do you think the performance on field could diminish any sort of potential players saying, well, I'd like to come to Adelaide, to at the moment respectfully coming to a team that's not performing as well as it could? Do you think it could have a long-lasting effect?
Hadn't thought a lot about that, but I think, yeah, I mean, certainly if you're playing better footy, you're a more attractive team to come to for sure. So yeah, we're certainly trying to play the best footy we can and get as many wins as we can. So that certainly attracts people for sure.
And on the other foot, what you're trying to bring in, the culture that you're trying to develop, is that a focus? Is that a selling point, do you think?
I think the culture is really strong. Yeah, everyone loves it here, and very connected group. I think we're the most connected group I've had at the club. So probably the working edge we're working on is our demand and our driving of each other to really get better in a lot of ways. So I think the culture's in a really, really good spot. But yeah, in terms of working on a few things on field, I think we've got a really good base for the future.
Captaincy this week? Is that full too?
I think Tommy Duday's still his last few weeks, so he'll do that for another few weeks, I think. So
how's the rotating basis working for you?
I think it's been good. Yeah, I think Benny Keys did a really good job for a month or so when he was there, and he really enjoyed it. Tommy Duday's done it before, but he's been great as well. So I mean, it's good to rotate the load, I guess, giving guys enough chance to focus on their footy and also have a chance to lead the team and have a chance in that role.
You get a crack?
Not sure at this stage. Yeah, I think I might, but obviously I got dropped a few weeks ago, so I wasn't quite in a position to be captain. So hopefully I can get a kick first and get my form to a really good high level, and then we can consider that.
Schomburg not out there today, is he okay?
Yeah, he's just sick. I think he got a cold, which seems to be going around. Everyone seems to have a cold or flu at the moment. So he said, I was talking to him yesterday, he's fine, so he'll be back in tomorrow or the next day.
Have you gone against Goldie in the past?
Yeah, I've had some good battles with Goldie. He's obviously a really good player. Been around for a long time. Yeah, I feel I've had a couple of good games against him, a couple of ones where he's probably edged me. So yeah, it's a good contest. He's in really good form. So looking forward to coming up against him.